and welcome back to Noob Airsoft. Today we're going to be talking about hop units. These little things are as simple as pie to work on, and they cause more problems than anything else. If you have got your first riff and you've bought it off somebody, or it's a second-hand jobby, and it is firing all over the place, or you've got really low power, the first thing you need to change is this little guy. Okay, now this is your hop rubber. This is your bucking. These are cheapest chips. I think. Oh, I bought this one here just the other day, and I think it was £9. Yeah, the cheapest chips, and this will cause more problems than anything else, or this will solve more problems, should I say, than anything else. They wear out. You think you fired, well, me personally, 10, 15,000 BBs, and this is a little piece of silicon rubber. It's going to wear out. You've got plastic balls firing through here, 300, well, being projected from here, should I say, 350 feet per second. Yeah, it's going to wear out. So they do wear it, and they do need to be changed. Commonly, the G&Gs are reasonably good. Maple Leaf do some really good ones. And Prometheus also do some very, very, very nice ones. It's Lalex Prometheus stuff. But yeah, you can change these. They are a doddle. So we're going to go into very quickly what you need to do to change one of these. I'm not going to take this apart just because I can't be bothered. But they are really, really simple. You have a small clip that sits around the bottom of the, or the very front, should I say, of the hop unit. So all you do is you get yourself a very small flathead screwdriver in the side here and pop it out. That's it. Then this all comes apart nice and gently. You don't yank it apart or just twist the head out of it and pull it out. Don't do that. Just nice and gentle, a little bit of a wiggling, and it'll come apart. Take your old rubber off, throw it away. Get your new one. You line up the small line. Now, if I can get this on camera, there should be, you'll see somewhere in here. Let's have a look. So we can see a little line there somewhere. Oh, there she is, right at the bottom at 6 o'clock. Okay, you see it going around there, little line. So that lines up with a line that is on the barrel inside here. All that does is it puts the orientation of this in the right place, and then you just a little bit of silicone oil on the outside, very, very tiny little bit. I do mean that. Put a little bit on your finger and just a little bit on the top there, I do, just to help everything slide in nicely and not to have any tension anywhere you don't want it. And then, just slide it in nice and easy. Slide it in nice and easy. And then, make sure your bucking's in place, which is a little piece of rubber that sits right in there. That's it. Really, 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 really easy. There are loads of videos out there that will go more into depth about how to change these and take it apart and set but that's not what I'm doing. I'm just telling you, they are dead easy to change. So it's well worth going through. So, adjusting your hop. Now, this little hop here, this is a tiny one. This is from an ARP 556 V3. Tiny, tiny little barrel. And it's surprisingly good range out of it as well. But yeah, all you have to do is adjust this dial. Now, this dial sits in here. I'll show you exactly where it would sit. So that's your upper, and that's it. That's the dial there. You adjust that to your heart's content until you get it sitting. So when you fire your riff, the BB flies nice and straight, nice and true, and then drops off at the very end. That is your hop adjusted. It's a doddle to do, nice and simple, and that's how I like to keep it. Unless you're talking about that minigun that has 5 individual hops and 5 hop units, and it's a bloody nightmare to get them all married up right. You change weights for whatever reason, and you're there for 10 minutes adjusting hops, and it's a bugger to do. But hey ho. Yeah, and that's it. That's your upper for the ARP 556, and so your little your. It's not going to come out now. There we go. Do it that way. Yeah, just adjust that little dial there. That's all you need to do. You apply more hop, I believe, by going putting it down, and you reduce the hop by going up. And that is it. It's that simple. If you have any problems with it, the the easiest way to solve it is to take it to your local tech. Just say it needs new hop rubber in it, and they'll do it, and it'll take them 10 minutes. And it probably won't cost you that much to do either. If you want to go a little bit more into it and try it yourself, do so. I mean, um, you're not going to break anything. It's literally one pin to separate the upper from an M4, and it's that pin that goes through this hole here, which is currently there, sticking out the top. That little pin right there. All right? You pull that pin out. Don't put it all the way. You don't need to. You should have a little stopper on it. That's it. It's that easy. They're an absolute doddle. The upper slides back down on it. This one's a little bit more finicky. Some of the other ones I've got are a lot easier to do. And this has got, you have to keep jiggling it and getting it around and all sorts. And then, yeah, push it back down. There you go. And she's in. Push your pin in. That's it. That's your hop. Your M4 back together again. That easy. They really, really are simple. However, I've left the spring out of this one. Yeah, that's about it. Hops are the most simple thing in the world. However, they all cause more problems than anything else. They wear out. They are under adjusted. They are over adjusted. Especially being a noob, your hop will be all over the place until you kind of get it sitting nice and where you want it. It will go all over the place, and you'll be forever adjusting. Personally, I don't. Once I've got it set and I use the same weights on a particular riff, I don't adjust it. And when I start to adjust it, I know that the hop's wearing out. So, yeah, really, really simple. Really simple little piece of kit. Do excuse me putting my M4 back together again while I'm sat here talking to you guys. But, yeah. A friend of mine, he is my little guru, bless him, Dan. He knows a lot more about these and the tech about them. But I don't do any of that stuff. That's it. Lovely jubbly. Yeah. Hops. Adjusting. We've already gone through that. That's nice and easy. You can change these over. They are a doddle to do. I was dreading my first one, but they are so easy. They're almost idiot-proof, I would say. It's kind of why I probably got my first one wrong. But yeah, they are so easy to do. Really, really simple. Yeah, don't be worried about doing these. They're easy. They really are easy. But yes, I know there's 1,001 videos out there that people show you how to completely dismantle hops and this, that, and the other, and it is a basic component to replace. The other thing as well to look out for, if you are getting a lot of inconsistencies with your riff, one thing I know some people really do overlook: clean your barrel. Get a small barrel cleaning kit. I have some around here. Here we go. We've got gun cloth. Okay, so you clean, use your gun cloth and you have your cleaning rod and you tear a little strip off, you put it in and up and down. Clean it out. You'll be surprised how dirty these things get on the inside. You really would. It's well worth changing your hot rubber and giving your barrel clean this and the other before you go any further into any sort of inconsistency issues. It could be a lot more complex than just doing those. I will say that much. So definitely, first thing I would always change, as I literally did it just the other day on my Chris Vector up there. I took it to a night game and it was firing at 0.4 joules. And I spoke to the tech there. I said, do you think that's a hop or do you think that's something else that's gone on this? And he said, change the hop first. Change the hop rubber and bucking and go for there because it's the cheapest option to start with before we go any further. I just re-chronoed that this morning, and we're back up to 1.1. So happy days. It was literally that, yeah. So you lose a lot of power with a bad hop, um, yeah, hop rubber. So yes, that's it. I'm going to leave it there, guys, and I shall catch you again later. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about next. We might go through, I don't know, trying to think now. Boots, maybe. Yeah, might go look at some boots, footwear. But for me, being an ex-army, footwear is a bit of a big thing, and I went through quite a lot when I started. So maybe we'll look at those next. Take care, guys. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.